How are you feeling since it's all over? And
it's busy, like really full on, but no, I wouldn't change anything or any experience for like the world. It was, you know, it's good for me. It's given me a platform, so.
It really changed for you in there, because I think when you first went in, when you were giving it all, oh, it's such a nightmare because every girl fancies me and all. And at first it was like, I remember sitting there with my teenage daughter and all her friends going, oh, I don't like him, he's full of himself. Yeah. But then you kind of got that was your humour and...
Yeah, I'm confident. Yeah. Like, it is my humour. I kind of just... I don't take myself too seriously. I'll just say things how they are a bit, so...
I think then once Kem fell in love with you, we all fell in love with you.
I know, yeah.
If Kem liked you, it
I
meant
know,
you were
bless
all right.
him. Like, I miss him.
I mean, this year's series in particular has been huge, probably like the most successful one ever.
Big.
And when you're in there, you don't really know that. When you first came out, when did you get the sense that it had been as successful as it was?
Yeah, well, when like Islanders come in, they try and give you like an indication of how busy, like how mad the show is and what's been going on, but. It's not until we got back to UK, really. Obviously, it was quite busy in the airport in Spain, but when you got back to the UK, like, the reception was unreal. It's like you kind of... Yeah. It's like welcoming, like, a sports team back who, like, won something quite big. So it was, that was unreal. And that was, like, kind of the moment when I was like, wow.
And you then realised life's not ever going to be the same again.
Yeah, and you were told that, but I couldn't... You don't take it in. You're like, all right,
and did it... Once you come out, does it feel weird then, especially, like, for you and Olivia, who you've spent 24/7 together for the last few weeks, to then come out and do have to be separated and...
I know, it's like the opposite when you're in there, isn't it?
Such a shame you have to be parted. Sorry.
But like, it is the opposite in there, because obviously when you meet someone new to start with, you see them less and then obviously get to see them more. So it's like the complete flip reverse, but...
Well, obviously, everyone's fascinated with you and Olivia, so where do you see yourself going now?
You should really move up to her area. No, seriously, because if you live in the Cotswolds, all your work would be like
No, exactly,
London.
yeah, literally, I've got to relocate, but she is on about having, like, a key cut for me, for, like, a little place.
Would you move in together?
Yeah, we get on, like, we've lived for each other for 7 weeks, so it's, like, I'm about to say it's like we got on all the time, but we didn't, but...
it was very fiery.
Yeah, but, no, there is, you know, potential for me just to sort of, like, reside at a flat quite a bit.
Well, I mean, if you're ever struggling, we're all prepared to have a key. I've got keys in my bag.
And honestly, Chris, I've worked on a farm for 7 years. I'm really good on the farm.
I've got a farm. Do you argue less now you're out?
Like, we have little arguments here and there. No, we have actually argued a lot less, but like she could start an argument with like a war.
In an empty room.
Yeah, she could, bless her. But that is her.
Well, be careful what you say, because she's already tweeted in about you being on the show.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, we'll just have a little look at that, I think, if it comes up at any point. Yeah, it's coming now, don't worry. It's a long one. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
my cherub. Chris Hughes is on Lucemin this morning. Oh, it's gone off, can't read it.
I've always been a Katie Price fan. Hope that doesn't
change today.
Seriously. As if I wasn't married, you would be my type on paper, absolutely to a T. You've got him, you're the lucky girl, I'm married. That's it, isn't it?
I was very grown up.
What was grown up?
I thought sorry, Kate, I thought you're 31 earlier as well.
I know, I said, how old do you think I am? Because I thought you was 22.
All right.
You're not, you're 24, and I'm 39, but I'm a MILF.
Yeah, but you can
She looks alright.
Swiftly on.
you can go to the shop and look in the window, but you don't purchase.
I know, but just on a serious note, like my advice to you and Olivia is obviously there's going to be another Love Island, so I would just get as much as you can. I'd like to see a shoot with you two. Maybe you've moved in together, talk about marriage, just lap it all up, enjoy it.
Yeah, except the thing is, Katie, they might genuinely feel that. Yeah.
Just ask you, because
It might be.
It's not all a business.
I was quite
romantic here.
I was quite surprised to read, because having seen you on the show and seeing quite laid back and easygoing, that you've suffered from anxiety in the past. What were the triggers for? Was it as a child or?
No, it was kind of. It actually triggered kind of like after like a heavy night out one day, and the next morning or the next day I felt like horrific. And my issue was, I was going to work, but I was just anxious about being anxious. So I was getting like, anxiety from actually worrying about it. And it got to like. Every time I was in like a 9-to-5 job, and every time it approached sort of 5 o'clock, it would start triggering, and I didn't want to go home from work. I'd rather stay there, so it gave me like things to think about. And every time I come home, I just felt like awful, and it would.
So how did you get out of that spiral?
It got to a point where I kind of dealt with it on my own for a while, but without kind of dealing with it.
What,
so I didn't really,
I
didn't really tell anyone. I had a girlfriend at the time who was like really supportive with it, but it was, I just felt absolutely suffocating. I'd go to bed, I was doing anything. I'd go out in the evening and just drive my car around and have something to do just to keep myself occupied. But it wasn't until like I spoke to Mum and told her that, you know, it's proper, like it's draining me like bad. So
does it still tap you on the shoulder now? Because I used to suffer with bad panic attacks, and every now and then I could be in any situation, it would tap me on the shoulder. It's that feeling, and you're like, oh, you have to talk your way out of it.
Yeah, and the last time was I was literally on a cricket field, and I was just stood sort of in the field, and I just completely broke down. My breathing went all weird and just.
Well, Chris,
and I just had to get off it.
I hope we haven't caused you any anxiety.
No, it's been all right.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, Chris.